Welcome back as we're going to start looking at Luke chapter 15 today, starting with the first 10 verses. But as we do that, it's a reminder that Jesus has been kind of with some confrontations with the Pharisees, the religious rulers of the day. And he is also then, following that, challenged those crowds who were following him to pick up their cross and follow him, reminding them of the cost of discipleship. And as we begin this new chapter, we really are, in a way, beginning a new focus. We'll hear a lot of Jesus teaching, but it comes as he is being challenged again by the Pharisees. Verses 1 through 10. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear him. And the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So Jesus told them this parable. "What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost.' Just so I tell you that there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I lost.' Just so I tell you, there is joy before the angels in heaven over one sinner who repents." Notice the contrast that we see between the two groups, between the sinners and the tax collectors on one hand, those who are coming to hear, who want to hear that message of Jesus and the hope that they might have in this kingdom that he is bringing. And on the other hand, notice the Pharisees and the scribes, those who should be the religious leaders, listening and engaging with Jesus. Instead, they are grumbling because he welcomes them. Remember, the tax collectors and sinners were those on the outside of the religious faith. They were considered unclean by the Pharisees and the scribes, the religious leaders of the day. They were Jews by birth, but they were not obedient to the law. They weren't following the rules that the Pharisees were requiring them to do. So because of that, because they were on the outside, they didn't think that Jesus should be talking to them. Let's go. So in response, then, Jesus shares two parables. They are very similar parables, the lost sheep and the lost coin. They focus really on the same thing. The first one is the lost sheep, one of the 100 leave. And Jesus says, which man would not go out and search that sheep, trying to find it? And he when he finds it, I like how it says he throws it on his shoulder. He goes back and invites his friends to party with him because the sheep that he had lost, he has now found. And then he points to the heavenly part, the meaning of this, saying there's joy in heaven more over one repentant sinner than 99 righteous. And as he does this, he is directly confronting the Pharisees again, because they are the ones who consider themselves righteous, even though Jesus has many times focused how they are not righteous. And then he talks about the lost coin, a woman who has 10 silver coins, loses one, does whatever she needs to do and finds it, and then rejoices again. He points out of how there is rejoicing in heaven over the one who repents. Earlier, Jesus talked about how the sick are the ones who needs the doctor, not the well. This is quite a bit on the same passage. Jesus came to bring the sinners into forgiveness. So what does this mean to us? We are called to put aside our preconceived ideas and notions concerning people, especially who God desires and does not desire to know him. We are to be a place that welcomes others so that they too might need Jesus. The church is not just for the found and the faithful. The church is for the lost who needs to know Jesus. Come back tomorrow. We're going to hit probably the best known parable of Jesus. We'll talk to you more then. God bless.